My favorite time to go location scouting is when it's winter, when it's cold and windy. Said no one ever. Okay, we are moving. And let me walk you through what I'm gonna use. This case, for Max cases, all of the gear is gonna be linked in the description, which fits, this case fits my phone. I have a 15 Pro Max, which is, quite a large phone. A lavalier from Hollyland, the Lark II. It has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. And also, it's the camera combo. It also has this receiver for the camera. They're not quite as good, let's say, as the Rode Pro. And they're not meant to be. They're meant to be an audio solution for the content creator. They don't have 32-bit float or internal recording or anything like that. But what I like is you only see this. You only see this small thing. I was getting sick and tired of having a DJI brick on my chest like this. I was getting sick and tired of having a black square, shiny black square on my chest from Rode. This is all you need. A phone, an audio solution like the Lark II, and a case to keep it all compact, safe. This goes, here in my car. This goes in my pocket. You can just walk around like this. It has a few holes so you can, clip it. So it's really, really useful. Okay, so the main apps I use while location scouting, first of all, Sunseeker. It's a really great app if you want to see what is the location of the sun on the exact time when you want to shoot something. Let's say I'm visiting a location and it's around, 1:30. At 1:30, where is the sun? At the end and at the beginning of the shoot. And this way I'm going to see how it impacts, if it goes through a window, if there are any reflections, if I'm losing light, if I need to add light, if I need to shoot an inside shot. And maybe the sun moves so drastically that I'm just going to, board everything up and use my own lights. The second app is Kev White Balance. This is when you use, especially for location scouting, this is when you use the app to show people what the color temperature of a certain spot is going to be. And the third app I use is called Lenser. It's an old app. I have it installed on my iOS devices. I don't think you can find it nowadays in the App Store, but you can easily find on the App Store different apps to mimic different lenses, the focal lengths. With this lens, I can see what the shot is going to look like with the 35, with the 25, with the 100. Of course, being that it's a picture, it actually zooms in on the sensor to give you an approximate of what the focal length is going to be. But these are the 3 apps I use: Lenser, Sunseeker, and Kev White Balance. These are, I think, essential for any location scout. You get to see what the actual shot is going to be with different lenses. You get to see where the sun is going to be, and you get to see the white balance of that shot in that particular time when you're location scouting. So the 3 things you always want to consider when doing location scouting: first of all, aesthetics. It has to be visually pleasing. Second is logistics, how to get there, what you're going to find when you get there, because this ties into the third thing, which is efficiency. No matter how visually pleasing it is, if you want to shoot at the top of a mountain and it's going to cost half the budget just to get there and take the shot, it's not worth it. So it has to be visually pleasing. You have to keep in mind of the logistics, and the logistics always tie into the efficiency. You have to keep in mind that location scouting is more than just the aesthetics. Of course, it has to look good, but once you get this covered, it looks great, perfect, moving on to the next. Logistics. Can I get there? Can the crew get there? Can the equipment be carried there safely? Perfect, moving on to the third, which is efficiency. How much is this gonna cost me? Because if it doesn't make sense, financially, at the end of the day, it's still a business. If it doesn't make sense, then you're back to the drawing board. You have to find another location that fits, that checks all these boxes. So next time you search for a spot for your next project, you have to check all these 3 boxes: aesthetics, logistics, and efficiency, both time and cost.